Good morning, good morning, good morning. And it is morning, it's 6 o'clock in the morning. And I'm out for a ride with Nick, who's just behind on his BMW S1000. I hope I've got that right. It's the Street Fighter version of the S1000RR. Might be an S1000R then, could be. I don't know. Nick's had so many bikes in the last few weeks, I just don't know which bike he's on at the moment. That's only a joke, it's a little in-joke that he just changes bikes quite often. Now, we're out on a run. I thought I'd meet him nice and early. He normally goes out on a very early Saturday morning run. I'm not used to being up this early on a Saturday. Well, I'm not necessarily used to being up this early. I'm not used to being out this early. So normally my Saturday mornings are to catch up on other YouTube channels while everyone else is fast asleep. But I'm out on the bike today, and I'm still on a bit of a shakedown run with the VTR, with the new fairing and the wheels and brakes all built back up, so I'm not going to push it, I'm just enjoying it. So I thought what we'd do is head over to Tynton Abbey in South Wales, which is a good run. It's just sadly the best way to get there initially is along the motorway route, which is boring and tedious, I know. No fun for anyone, but it does clear out a massive stretch of it without having to go through towns and cities like Bristol, etc. So we're on our way now, Nick's behind, and I'll catch up with you in a moment. So an early morning ride over the old Severn Bridge, still one of my favourite bridges. They're doing roadworks on it. They're making it better. It must be poorly. Oh no. I have to wonder actually what the cost of maintaining a bridge like this is right now, and whether it's financially viable when you've got the new one just over there, if you can see it. I do hope they keep this bridge going. Oh God, excuse me yawning, Jesus. Sun's coming up. Still quite chilly though. After the heat wave we've recently had, I'm not complaining, trust me. It's quite nice to wrap up and need to keep warm. Very strange getting back onto a sort of much sportier position bike. 20 miles on the motorway and roads to this bridge, and my wrists are aching already. I've obviously got to toughen myself up a little bit after riding the cruiser for a few months. I'm not giving up yet. Thing is, this is kind of my pride and joy, this bike, so it may well be a case that it gets ridden on special occasions, because I don't want to rack the mileage up. It's on 44,000 now, so I don't want to just be a high mileage old knacker that I just keep going. I'd like to be able to keep it for special occasions or decent ride outs or Sunday blasts. But I feel very, very blessed to be able to own two bikes. I feel very blessed that my missus allows me to own two bikes. And this is when you know you're coming into Tynton, because the Twisties start. And aren't Twisties awesome? I don't have the same nut capacity or ability to be able to push hard in these like I might have done 20 years ago, but still nice to throw the bike left and right. dab on the brakes going into a corner. Oh, lovely. I'm still very wary of the fact that I've had sort of bits of suspension, brakes and wheels off this bike, so sort of listening out and feeling out for any little anomalies going through corners that I need to recheck and redo. But actually so far it's pretty good, pretty damn good. Got a video coming out this morning, which will be sometime last week, talking about the bike and, you know, wheel colour and stuff like that. And I'm still undecided. I'm probably edging my bets with black, to be fair. Black, and put some wheel stickers on it, rim stickers on it. That'll be nice in 90s. I want to keep it fairly 90s. Keep it fairly time stamped or time correct. Yeah, I'm not going to try and make it something it isn't. I'm not going to go out and buy stick-on wings for her pleasure to go on the fairing. You know, it's not a modern sports bike. It's not a Ducati Panigale. It's a classic Honda. Woo! It's a classic Honda that I can just roll on and off the gears through corners and twisties and now we're into Tinton, 20 miles an hour, easy boy. Cows, don't know if you can see them there, but there are, trust me. And because it's nice and early, there's nobody here to spoil the view, apart from the fact that the car park is open, just the other one. Not sure which one should we go into. No, we can't go into that one. Let's go into this one. Yeah, let's go into this one. Oh. Stunning. Stunning, stunning, stunning. Right, I can check the bike now, hang on. I must get the name right. So it's an S1000R. I wanted to make sure. Don't be camera shy, Nick. S1000R. It's a scary monster, especially when it rides past you because of the noise it makes. Very cool. Very cool. But you know what, it's great to get out and talk. I know very often we talk about the benefits of communicating and you know, don't be embarrassed to talk about stuff, but I don't get out with Nick very often. We both have very busy jobs and very busy lives and families, but when we do get out, It's, you know, you have a chat, you feel so much better, you get all of your little things that are niggling away in the back of your head out of the way, and if you've got a really good friend to talk to, you turn it around so it's, you know, you look at the funny side of things, and that makes everything so much better. I know we talk so much about mental health, and so many people say, you know, you've got to talk to people. In reality, it's a lot harder to do unless you've got someone that you trust to talk to. Someone needs to talk to me about changing gears. But no, it's brilliant. Just getting out. I'm not sure what happened to my voice then. Just getting out. Some fantastic roads. On the bikes. Park up. You know, we've just stood now for about an hour just talking about stuff. You know, catching up. And it just feels brilliant to do that. And that opportunity to talk to a good friend, you know, that you don't judge, you know, you're not always trying to do the one-upmanship, you just talk because it's great to talk, and you trust people to listen to your problems, listen to your woes, trust them for their advice. That is absolutely priceless. So much as I say, and I've said in the past, make sure if you know something's on your mind, talk about it, don't let it eat you up. Try and find your best mate, talk to them, because they won't judge you. They'll give you advice from experience or just another perspective. You know, and it may not be as severe as saving a life, but it might save an awful lot of upset and mindset just by getting stuff out in the open, talking to somebody. Because if you've got a thing that's going on, you know, close to home, you can't talk to someone that's going through the same problem because they're dealing with it themselves, you know. And work is so hard these days for so many people. It's so busy. You're working long hours and, you know, expected to get more productivity from those hours, because the world's changed drastically over the last 4 or 5 years. I think the top 1% now are trying so hard to protect their investment. They're working the 99% below them as hard as they possibly can. And I understand that, because we all want to protect our investment. Whether that investment is financial or relationship or family, whatever, you protect your investment. It doesn't have to be just about money. But no, I feel great. I had a really good chat, and that has absolutely started my weekend off with an absolute banger, which is all good. I have no intention of racing past this car in front, because why should I? I'm on a glorious road. I don't need to go faster than this. Just loving it right now. So that's it for me. I'm going to call it, because I'm going to head back now on the motorway once we get down into Chepstow. If you ever get a chance to do these roads, by the way, in South Wales, they are beautiful. The scenery is just incredible, and there's so much to see down here, and places to go, and, you know, places to stop. There's some of the best biker cafes in the country are in South Wales and Mid Wales. So get yourselves down here on the bike, start enjoying some of this. Not sure where Nick is. Is he right behind you? Yeah, he is behind. And what I'm going to do, shockingly, is catch you guys on the flip side. Must learn how to use this gearbox again. It's a bit different to the Harley. The two V twins, they do operate completely differently around gears and power bands. My god, power band. Two strokes. No, I'm not getting into another conversation. I'm going to end the video here, and I'll catch you on the flip side.